It is no secret that Americans are leaving the United States. As years go by, we see more and more Americans seeking residency in other countries, and Europe has been one of the top destinations for Americans emigrating out of the US. In 2020, it is estimated that 9 million Americans emigrated to other countries, which was about double the number from 99. The last 2 years has seen these numbers skyrocket, and I'm going to be telling you why in this video. I am also going to weigh into this one country that has been a top destination. If you're interested in this information, do watch this video to the end. I'm going to be giving you the top reasons why Americans are moving down to this one country. In case you're seeing my video for the first time, my name is Jackie and you're welcome to my channel where I share information about relocating abroad. On this channel, you'll find out how to relocate to several countries to study, to work, and to live. If this sounds like something you're interested in, then do subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notifications so you will know when I post new videos. Right now, I have videos on how you can relocate to the Netherlands, to the UK, to Australia, to Norway, to Ireland, to so many countries. You may want to check it out so you know your options. So I want to quickly tell you why Americans are packing up and moving to Portugal. Portugal is this amazing country in Europe. It is ranked the world's 4th best country to live in the International's Expat Insider 2022 report. Portugal is ranked as number 4 in terms of quality of life, ranked number 7 in terms of ease of settling in, and personal finance category is ranked number 10. 90% of surveyed experts said they enjoy the weather in Portugal. 89% said they were happy with the air quality, and 93% said they believe it is easy and safe to travel by bike or get around on foot in Portugal. So let's find out the big reasons to move to Portugal. Portugal is now the cheapest country to live in Europe. The cost of living in Portugal is around 30% cheaper than in the UK, with rent around 33% cheaper. The cost of consumer goods are also affordable in Portugal. From food and wine to new cars and property, it is significantly lower than in other parts of Europe. Portugal is also one of the safest countries to live in the world according to the Global Peace Index. The official language in Portugal is Portuguese, but Portugal ranks the 7th best in English proficiency in the world. And this ranking is according to the 2021 EF English Proficiency Index ranking. Portugal also ranks 35 in the Working Abroad Index of International Expert Insider 2022 report. Overall, 45% of experts intend to stay in Portugal forever. I've done a video where I talked extensively about Portugal. In that video, I spoke about the benefits of living in Portugal. I talked about the top cities to live in Portugal and the various visas that you can use into the country. So you may want to watch that video. I'm going to link it in the description box below, and you'll also find it linked up here. The top 5 cities in Portugal immigrants are choosing to settle are Lisbon, Porto, Cascais, Coimbra, and the Algarve. The 2022 annual report of Portugal's Immigration and Border Service (SEF) said that 4,768 Americans were living in Portugal, which was an increase of 1,115 over 2019, and almost double the number they were in 2016. By the end of 2021, SEF said over 7,000 Americans were living in Portugal, and this number is speculated to have doubled already in 2022. This number includes only Americans that have gained residency status in the country. Americans are allowed into Portugal for 90 days to stay for tourism or business without a visa, so there are way more Americans in Portugal at the moment. These numbers from SEF are those that have gained official residency status in the country. People migrate to other countries for different reasons. For some people, it could be healthcare, for some it could be quality of life, and for others it could be safety. There are many reasons that could influence people's decision of the country to settle. So I'm going to be telling you why most Americans are seeking to live in Portugal. Many Americans have said that safety was the #1 reason they decided to move to Portugal. Portugal is one of the safest countries in the world. As of 2021, it was the 4th safest country, and in 2022 it was ranked as the 6th safest country in the world. So as crime rate increases in the US, Americans are seeking for a safer country, and they find that in Portugal. The number 2 reasons Americans choose to settle in Portugal is healthcare. There's a saying in America that you're just one sickness away from being broke. Healthcare in America is really expensive. Europe is known for great public healthcare, and Portugal is no exception. When you move to Portugal from US and become a resident, you'll be eligible to access good quality healthcare anywhere in the country. And this healthcare is free or low cost depending on the treatment. All you need to do is get an SNS number to join the Portuguese healthcare system. If you still prefer to go private, then health insurance in Portugal is very affordable compared to the US. There's this American couple that retired at the age of 39 and moved down to Portugal with their family. They have a YouTube channel named Our Rich Journey. They say their health insurance for a year for a family of 4 is $1,600, and this is for a whole year. Whereas in America, for a family of 4, they will be paying that same amount for 1 month only. So you can see the difference in healthcare costs in America and in Portugal. The next reason Americans are moving down to Portugal is because of the affordable cost of living. The cost of living in Portugal is 42% cheaper than it is in the US. A family household income in Portugal is $21,000, whereas in the US it's $45,000, which is more than double. So you'll find products in supermarkets cheaper in Portugal than in the US. Restaurants are cheaper. It's way cheaper to eat out in restaurants in Portugal than in the US. The next reason Americans are moving to Portugal is the affordable real estate. Speaking of real estate, a Bloomberg report said Americans who can afford homes are moving to Europe instead. A couple from the US said they rent their 3-bedroom apartment in Portugal for half the price they did in Florida in America. And not only is it half the price, but they have a bigger space in Portugal than in America. Another reason Americans say they are moving to Portugal is because of the weather. When it comes to weather, Portugal can brag about it. Portugal is one of the warmest countries in Europe, with mid-temperature all year round in most of its territory. The country is said to have over 300 days of sunshine in a year. That is amazing. The Algarve has the best climate in Europe, meaning the most days of sun, and it also gains from the prevailing winds. Between the water and the wind, the region is never unbearably hot, and rarely is it humid. Temperatures range between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, with humidity hovering around 80%. Americans also talk about the quality of life in Portugal. They find the quality of life in Portugal to be much better than what they get in the US. Standard indicators of a good quality of life include wealth, employment, the environment, physical and mental health, education, recreation and leisure time, social belonging, religious beliefs, safety, security, and freedom. Americans say they have a good dose of this in Portugal. One of the things an American said I found very interesting was that in Portugal, she said she's so relaxed that there's no sense of urgency, no sense of being in a rush. Like even you can go to a restaurant and sit for as long as you want, and there's no indication of, them trying to get you out for the next people to come in for them to serve. That you can really relax and have a good time when you go out, and people are so conversational and friendly. People would sit with you, talk with you, have a conversation with you, and they're really interested in what you have to say. You could have a very good conversation with strangers you meet outside, and there's no rush, there's no pressure like, oh, I need to go to the next thing. There's no rat race and all of that. I found it really interesting when she said this, because I never really thought about it that way. So who are the Americans that are moving to Portugal? Most of the Americans that are moving to Portugal are expats and people that work remotely. You see freelancers and retirees as well are also moving to Portugal, and they are taking advantage of the D7 visa to make this move. Portugal has one of the easiest visa processes in the world. It is quite easy to move and settle in Portugal. The D7 visa, also known as a passive income visa, is issued to financially independent foreigners. For example, retirees, pensioners, and investors can qualify for this visa. I have a video on my channel about the D7 visa. Everything you need to know about this visa is in that video. I'll be dropping a link in the description box, and it's also up here as well, so you may want to check out that video if you want to know about the D7 visa. Another visa Americans are using to migrate to Portugal is the Golden Visa. The Golden Visa program gives residency rights based on an initial investment of 350,000 euros. So Americans are buying houses for at least 350,000 euros in Portugal, which gives them residency rights in Portugal. I'm going to be doing a video on how you can migrate to Portugal on the Golden Visa, so you may want to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you know when I post this video. So that's all I'm going to be sharing on this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please give it a like, that is a thumbs up. And if you're an American living in Portugal, let me know in the comments why you moved to Portugal. And if you're in the process of moving to Portugal, let me know as well. I'd love to read from you, so let's talk in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching my video to the end. I'll see you in the next one.